my name is Kylie Long and I am the Senior Class Vice President, and now if you'll please join me for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello, London class of 2020. First, I want to congratulate you guys on your senior year and for graduating high school and moving on to your new lives. I wanted to do something nice for you guys during these crazy times, and I wanted to write a proclamation. So I'd like to read that to you now. 2020 London Senior Class Day. Whereas, the London High School senior class keeps our community values alive by laying the foundation for good citizenship and perseverance in these unprecedented times of the uncertainty due to COVID-19. Whereas, during this generational challenge, our students represent a bright future that will continue along the path of service and leadership in our community and nation. And whereas families, friends, neighbors, and educators should encourage everyone to focus on the abilities of all young people and honor their hard work. And whereas the London High School senior class of 2020 will be our listeners, our explorers, role models, motivators, and inventors. And whereas the London community supports and congratulates all students who will continue to influence us long after this current crisis has ended and their school days have become memories. Now and therefore, be it resolved that I, Patrick J. Closser, Mayor of the City of London, on behalf of the citizens we serve, do hereby proclaim May 24th, 2020 to be London Senior Class Day, in dedication to all the students who have worked hard to push forward to a future that will serve themselves, family, faith, and community. I urge that we all observe this day by taking time to recognize and acknowledge the impact of all the London seniors in our lives and in our community. I just want to thank you all. Thank you all for everything you've done. Thank you for everything that you will do, and making London very proud. God bless you all, and God bless the senior class of 2020 London High School.
Welcome, graduates, faculty, staff, family, and friends. As Superintendent of Schools, it is my distinct honor to welcome all of you to the 150th commencement exercises for London High School. When any organization celebrates its sesquicentennial, it is historic. This year, in light of COVID-19, this is even more so. Nonetheless, the accomplishments of the London High School class of 2020 are many, and we are very pleased to celebrate them today. We have several guests who will be making virtual appearances during our commencement ceremonies. I'd like to take a moment to introduce and thank them all for their contributions to our students. It is my pleasure to introduce the London City School District Board of Education and its members, including Board President, Mr. Darrell Brown, Board Vice President, Mr. Jonathan Stahl, Board members, Mr. Donovan Cooper, Mr. Marvin Homan, and Mr. Curtis Brooks. Likewise, I am honored to introduce the special guest speaker for the class of 2020, Mr. Quick Recall himself, Tim Coudray. The honor speaking to this class is but a small token of thanks for the passion and care you provide our students every day. Finally, I would be very remiss if I failed to recognize our senior class advisors, Ms. Janelle Wilson and Mrs. Elizabeth Johnson. Your compassion and thoughtfulness has been especially helpful during this tough time. As is our tradition, today we not only recognize our 2020 graduates, but we also pause and recognize graduates from the London High School class from 50 years prior. Today I'd like to pause and recognize the London High School class of 1970. I hope you all are healthy and have used the education you have received as a Red Raider to achieve success and fulfillment. Finally, as our school year ends, we also bid farewell to 3 retiring district staff members who between them possess approximately 100 years of service to our London City Schools community. Our faculty and staff retirees this year include Mr. Greg Howell, Mrs. Rhonda Bryant, and Mrs. Karen Bennett. Thanks to each of you for providing that consistent beacon of hope year in and year out for so many years. Thank you.
Hi, Michael Browning, Principal of London High School. 3 students from the London High School class of 2020 have made their choice to serve our country through enlistment in the United States military. At this time, I would like to recognize students who have enlisted in our armed forces. Dominic Michael Davis, United States Army. Shannon McSeveny, United States Air Force. And Garrett Weldon, United States Army Reserve. Thank you for your commitment to protecting our country. Today, I would ask that anyone watching who has served our country or is currently serving our country to accept our gratitude for the sacrifices you and your family have made to keep us free and independent nation. Thank you. It is my distinct honor to announce the top 20 students for London High School's class of 2020. Number 20, Sydney Grace Pollard. 19, Garrett Zachary Weldon. 18, Haley Dawn Matthews. 17, Matthew Reese Miller. 16, Zachariah Winston Carr. 15, Shannon Dell McSeveny. 14, Lucas Chase Brenstall. 13, Darian Gregory Huff. 12, Zachary Glenn Kaltenbach. 11, Zadian Nevaeh Gaddison. 10, Ashley Paige Rickens. Number 9, Quinn Sierra Santucci. Number 8, Victoria Renee Bennett. Number 7, Emily Rose Bennett. Number 6, Kylie Ann Long. Number 5, David Ira Kennedy. Number 4, Lainey May Mumaw. Number 3, Xavier Jean Robert Manville. Number 2, Kiera Elizabeth Cooney. And our top student of 2020, Richard James Geib. Congratulations.
It is my pleasure to now announce the winner of the Fred Purcell Scholarship. Mr. Purcell, a resident of London who passed away having no immediate family, and with the guidance and help of Mr. Murray Cannon, a London resident and friend, established a fund in his memory. The Fred Purcell Scholarship is given to a senior of the current graduating class of London High School with the highest total quality points. This year's recipient is Richard James Geib. Congratulations.
I'm Class Secretary Sarah Madden. The class of 2020 would like to recognize our salutatorian, Kiera Cooney, and our valedictorian, Richie Geib. Congratulations.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head, a million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design.
Every night I lie in bed,
the
brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake.
I think of
What the world could be,
a vision
of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take.
Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small,
Let me be part of it all.
share your dreams with me.
You may be right,
You may be wrong,
but say that you'll bring me along.
to the world you see.
The world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed,
The brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
for the world we're gonna make. He has been teaching at London for 17 years and is a two-time winner of the Mary Holton Inspirational Teacher Award. Coming to London, everyone looks forward to his class as his witty jokes make the London experience. Please help me welcome Mr. Coudray.
Good afternoon. Before I get started, I would like to first thank the London Board of Education for this opportunity and for your commitment to education. Dr. Kramer and all of the administrators for their leadership during this difficult time. No one certainly has been envious of your job recently. I would also like to thank my outstanding coworkers here at London City Schools, from faculty, K through 12, to office staff, custodians, kitchen workers, nurses, bus drivers. You are all appreciated. I would also like to thank the families and friends of the graduates for your role in helping these young adults reach this point. I think it's also important to take a moment to thank our healthcare providers, truck drivers, grocery workers, and others who have been on the front lines working during this crisis and have kept the rest of us safe and supplied. But most of all, I would like to thank you, the graduating class of 2020, the 150th graduating class from London High School. Just think about that, 150 graduating classes. 150 times graduates have been recognized for their academic accomplishments. 150 times guest speakers have addressed the graduates. And it is you, the graduating class of 2020, who have finally reached the bottom of the barrel of guest speakers. Congrats on that. So when I was first asked to do this, I was hesitant. I was hesitant for a lot of reasons. My lawn needed mowed. I needed new shoelaces. I had a Zoom meeting scheduled. But the real reason for my hesitancy is these speeches typically require for the speaker to reflect on all of the things that they've learned over the course of life and career, and then impart this knowledge to the graduates. What I've come to realize, sadly enough, is I don't think I've really learned anything in nearly a half century of life. So how can I give a speech? So after discussing this problem with my wife, I decided that I would do it, but it would be short. And my wife said, well, that's okay. Sometimes short is sweet. So I sat down and I started writing. And about 3 minutes later, I announced that I was finished with my speech. My wife asked, can I hear it? And I said, sure. And then I proudly started reading my speech. Get a job, get a dog, get a life. The end. My wife looked at me, appalled, and she goes, you can't be serious. They deserve more than that. And I said, well, do you know them? My other working title was Don't Be an Idiot, but I really couldn't find a way to improve on that, so I just kind of dropped it. So after some further deliberation, I decided that I would give this commencement address, but it would be on my terms. I would only talk about 3 or 4 things because, let's face it, this is the point everyone's going to fast forward through anyhow. So here are the things that I have learned in my 50 years. First, adversity will not be a stranger to your door. Adversity comes in many shapes, sizes, and forms, but adversity does not define you. It is your attitude and your reaction to it that does. This current situation is robbing you and your families of an experience you deserve. You deserve better. But the lesson here is that while you can't control what happens to you, you can control what happens next. You can dwell on the poison well of negativity, or you can keep a positive attitude and make the best out of an unfortunate circumstance. One keeps you in place, the other allows you to move forward. You're all familiar with the arch out in front of the school, engraved with the words per Augusta ad Augusta, roughly translated to through difficulties to honors, or through trial to triumph. Well, this is a trial. It is your actions and your attitudes in response to this trial, and trials still to come, that will define your legacy and will define your happiness. So keep a positive attitude and do not let adversity imprison you. The second thing that I've learned in my half century of life is to surround yourself with good people. In my experience, there are 2 types of people in this world. There are elevators and anchors. Elevators lift you up. They inspire you to be better than you ever thought you could be. Elevators are positive. They are supportive. Elevators are inherently unselfish and genuinely want you to succeed. Anchors, though, they hold you back. They tie you down. Anchors are negative. Anchors are petty and they are selfish. They want to see you fail because it makes them feel better about themselves. So avoid anchors and surround yourself with elevators. And then you work to be an elevator for the people in your life. Thirdly, every day that you get out of bed, you should have a goal. A goal is a dream. A goal forces you to evaluate yourself. And a goal forces you to redefine yourself. A goal makes you a better human being. Sometimes these goals can be scary. They can be intimidating, risky even. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be intimidated, but do it anyway. Everything I value in my life came from a dream, a goal, and a risk. As a man who earned a college degree 14 years after graduating high school and ran his first 10K at age 50, I know you can come up with a million reasons not to do something difficult and a million reasons to take the easier route, but you will never be more proud of the person that you look at in the mirror when you accomplish something that others, and maybe even yourself, didn't think you could do. I'm urging you, do not give up on your goals. Do not settle. A life without goals at any age is a stagnant life, and it is an undeveloped life. Keep dreaming and keep setting goals for yourself. The last thing that I have learned is that we need to be thankful we are here. The odds that any of us existing is so astronomically small, it can't be calculated. The evolutionary chain of events that led to today for all of us is fragile. We shouldn't be here. In the spring of 1918, my great-grandparents lost 5 children over the course of 2 weeks to the Spanish flu. Yet my grandmother survived, and I'm here. My father was a Marine infantryman in the height of the Vietnam War. Fortunately, he survived, and I am here. In all of our histories, there have been so many opportunities for the line that resulted in you being here today to be snapped that none of us should be here. Take advantage of it. We are here. We won the life lottery. Never pass up an opportunity in this life to do something cool. So bungee jump, learn a language, travel, see and do different things. Experiences are the greatest gifts in this life. So unless the people who believe in reincarnation are correct, we only get so many laps around the sun. So cherish this life, live this life, the good, the bad, the imperfect, all of it. To quote my great uncle Walt, to me, every hour of the day and night is an unspeakably perfect miracle. So I'm going to finish with a story. And this story is about a group of alumni, all very successful in their lives and careers, who get together for a dinner party and to visit an old college professor. Over the course of the dinner, after talking about their accomplishments and successes, talk soon turned, as it often does, towards complaints about life, work, mortgages, the usual. The professor, listening quietly, not saying much until he offered to go make a pot of coffee for the group. After a few minutes, he returned with a large pot of coffee and an assortment of coffee cups. Not used to having such a large group of people in his house, he had to scrounge around for enough coffee cups. Of the ones he found, some were very expensive looking, some very cheap looking, some plastic, some porcelain, an assortment. After the students were seated with their coffee, the professor then spoke. I noticed, he said, that all of the expensive cups were taken and the plainer, cheaper ones left behind. And while this is normal, this is the root of your unhappiness and the root of your stress. The cup adds nothing to the coffee. It simply holds the coffee, yet you chose the best cups, and then you began eyeing each other's cups. Think of it this way. Life is coffee. Your job, your car, your home, those are the cups of life. They are the tools we use to hold our life. But the type of cup that we have does not change or define our quality of life. By focusing on the cup, we fail to enjoy the coffee. By focusing on our cars, our clothes, and our houses, we fail to enjoy life. Enjoy life, not what holds it. The happiest people do not have the best of everything. The happiest people make the best of everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a big, beautiful world that we live in. Appreciate it, embrace it, and live it. To the London senior class of 2020, I leave you with this. I hope you live a grateful life, filled with enriching goals and a positive attitude, surrounded by good people. I believe in you. I am proud of you. May you all live happy, blessed lives. Or ignore all that and get a job, get a dog, get a life. Thank you.
From your homes, would the class of 2020 please rise? Dr. Kramer, Ms. Blinn, Mr. Brown, and members of the Board of Education, as principal of London High School, it is a privilege for me to certify that the young men and women before you today have met or exceeded the requirements for graduation as prescribed by the State of Ohio and the London City Schools Board of Education. Therefore, these students are eligible to receive their high school diplomas. Class of 2020, please be seated.
Hello, and thank you. It's a great honor to be here again this year to address the graduating class of 2020. As part of our mission statement here at LCS, we proclaim that we will provide a high-quality education to prepare every student for life's challenges and opportunities in an ever-changing world. How more appropriate are those words in today's world? Each of you have faced unique challenges, and those challenges continue to be changing. I've had the opportunity to watch you throughout the years, and I've taken great pride in your development. You've had great success both in the classroom, on the athletic field, in musical competitions, and in the arts. Many of you have heard me say before that a quality life is judged not by simply overcoming your own obstacles, but the willingness to help others overcome theirs. And how much truer is that statement in today's world, where we're taking precautions not just to protect ourselves, but to protect others. I applaud you in your efforts to do that throughout your career, as well as now in these difficult times. This will certainly be a story that you can tell your grandkids about. As you attend graduations in the future, hopefully this will be a one-of-a-kind, unique experience that you can share with generations. Mr. Browning, on behalf of the London City Schools Board of Education, I proudly accept the graduating class of London High School 2020. Thank you.
Rachel Lynn Alexander. Jacob Ryan Ambrose. Grace Elizabeth Ayers. Nicholas Romero Barrientos. Casey Justin Bell. Graduating with honors, Emily Rose Bennett. Graduating with honors, Victoria Renee Bennett. Nicholas Price Berchtold. Alexa Lee Barris. Alyssa Lynn Barris. Seth Matthew Best. Alexandria Betts. Lauren Renee Boyd. Graduating with honors, Lucas Chase Brinstall. Victoria Anne Marie Buchanan. Camden Nicole Bussey. Amaya Faith Kane. Grant Scott Carpenter. James Cleaver. Joshua Stephen Cleland. Aubrey Desiree Klein. Aaron Michael Conley. Jared Joseph Conway. Graduating with honors, Kira Elizabeth Cooney. Selena Ray Cotton. Hayden Joseph Covert. Corey Hayden Crum. Jada Aaron Cunningham. Alicia Renee Dallas. Kaylee May Dallas. Dominic Michael Davis. Dominic Miles Davis. Ariana Destiny Douglas. Zaylin John Duffy. Joey Michael Doolin. Katrina Rose Dunkley. William Chad Dunkley. Brixton William Evans. Dominic Austin Finley. Mitchell Scott Finley. Hunter Levi Ford. Emily Renee Frazier. Austina Jean Garcia. Zadian Nevea Gaddison. Graduating with honors, Richard James Geib. Juwan Gardner, Jr. Araya Michelle Gravely Crockett. Tatum Ann Greenwood. Mackenzie Marie Harbin. Isabel May Harris. Ethan Blaine Hastings. Isaiah Manir hate 'em. Allison Leanne Helton. Ethan Michael Pencil. Andrew James Herman. Caleb Thomas Hurley. Graduating with honors, Erica Renee Holloway. Alexander Michael Howard. Catherine May Huddleston. Graduating with honors, Darian Gregory Huff. Paul Timothy Huff. Thaddeus Noel Huffman. Essence Mariah Jackson. Ethan Allen James. Brianna Diane Jones. Hannah Elizabeth Jones. Hannah Rose Jones. Jackson Dean Jones. Desiree Autumn Marie Jordan. Zechariah Winston Carr. Graduating with honors, Zachary Glenn Kaltenbach. Hannah Elizabeth Keller. Graduating with honors, David Ira Kennedy. Benjamin Fox Canal. Brianne Nicole Lacey. Lane. Jacqueline Claire Lauer. Graduating with honors, Kylie Ann Long. Timothy Matthew Lopez. Sarah Kathleen Madden. Graduating with honors, Xavier Jean Robert Manville. Emily Waynette Martinez. Kaylin Ray Martinez. Haley Dawn Matthews. Noah Ray McClintock. Luke Skywalker McLaughlin. Frankie. Susanna Mercer. Matthew Reese Miller. Amelia Lynn Moore. Garrett Scott Moore. Grant Alexander Moore. Gabrielle Nicole Mount. Eli Russell North. Masataka Ono. Robert James Parsons. Reese David Patterson. Jacob Payton. Alina Jo Peck. Ryan Douglas Peterman. Addison Paige Plants. Michael Anthony Plunkett Jr. Graduating with honors, Sydney Grace Pollard. Angelica Cheyenne Pollock. Caitlin Marie Porter. Cameron Lee Ratliff. Stephen Garrett Roush. Haley Jean Richards. Aaliyah Sierra Richardson. Graduating with honors, Ashley Paige Ricketts. Regal. Zoe Reese Robinson. Isaiah Malachi Salmons. Graduating with honors, Quinn Sierra Santucci. Nicholas Robert Skaggs. Destiny Lee Scales. Devin Allen Schaub. Elizabeth Marie Smith. Delaney Joe Snyder. Caleb Markley Solers. Javion Vincent Stevens. Jackson Donovan Thomas. Micah Blaze Tipton. Tyler Nicholas Tobin. Logan Michael Todd. Maureen Shannon Trainer. Graduating with honors, Dylan Mark Van Horn. Connor Edwin Warnock. Garrett Zachary Weldon. Lily Marie Wiley. Rex Allen Woods.
The senior class president. Myself and the class of 2020 would like to thank the board, Dr. Kramer, others in our administration, our hardworking LHS staff who have taught us so much throughout these 4 years, our families and our friends for the opportunity to give this address. I have thought about all the ways I can begin this speech, how I can lighten the mood with a nice quote or maybe start off with a funny joke. but all I can think of is the words, "This sucks." From the very beginning of freshman year, all we have anticipated is the months from August to May, where we would finally be seniors. Finally able to kick the freshmen out of our seats. Finally able to roam the high school halls like we don't have a class to attend. And finally basking in all the moments where our lasts mean the most. That last walk across that field or court where you made that score for the team. That last home game where we dressed in theme and showed our rivals what community looks like. That last high school dance where maybe the middle of the dancing circle was more fun. Cue the ocean breeze dance moves. That last choir, band concert, musical, or play where you bowed and the clapping never died out. Those last classes with those favorite teachers who made you feel like you had potential. Cue all the times Mr. Kudre roasted numerous football guys on the senior football team. Now, class, as some of our lasts have gone unfinished due to the upsetting circumstances, perhaps, as Michael Scott once said, the only thing that can make this better is ice cream. As that is true and has helped me cope during the stay-at-home order, another thing that has helped me cope during the stay-at-home order is thinking about how far we have all come. Look at us. We are graduates. Freshman year was the very beginning of our LHS journey. We got to attend freshman orientation where we walked through the arch for the first time, into the high school we would be attending for the next 4 years. I remember us all scrambling around to find our scary high school teachers who we would meet again on the first day, and us trying to figure out the fastest route to each of our classes so we wouldn't miss a second. I remember on the first day of freshman year, I was having the most difficult time finding the room 700. That was the Commons, the biggest room planted in the middle of the high school. Freshman year, I think all we really knew was that if you were in the Honors English 9, there was a high chance you were going to get called a weenie by Miss Sombus. Sophomore year, it just felt so good to be not new anymore. Like we finally got the hang of this high school thing. That year, we probably made some new friends, kept friendships from the past year, or lost some, which we learned was okay because that is life. Sophomore year, we got more involved into LHS clubs and sports and started to learn that it is okay to try new things. Some of us got our license, and some of us might have lost it shortly after. I think that sophomore year was a year filled with learning, not only life lessons, but that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and that Miss Flores will only ever be seen in the color black. Junior year, we could finally say we were upperclassmen. At football games, we were allowed to sit closer to the seniors in the student section. Some of us probably made varsity or took leadership spots in our LHS sports and clubs. And some of us got to go to their first prom. That was the year I think we all realized how grown up we were getting. So close to finally having 1 year left. We learned that with the stress of all of our AP, college composition, honors classes, important exams, and extracurriculars on our shoulders, that perhaps senioritis had a chance of kicking in earlier than expected. I think what helped us get through junior year, class of 2020, was the bonds we had made freshman year up to that point with our favorite teachers. To name a few, Miss Hiles yelling Drew Herman and Ethan Hastings' names to try and keep them on task in chemistry. Mr. Kudre knowing how to make us cry, keyword AP government, and knowing how to make us laugh, keyword more roasting. Miss Hallows attempting to act confident that yes, that huge art project was going to be done within the next 2 days, and secretly asking ourselves after turning in each English composition essay, does Miss Samba still think I'm a weenie? And yes, class of 2020, our senior year. We missed out on so many important events towards the end of our year. The most memorable moments of high school almost. Yeah, it sucks. However, I think our senior year has been a look inside what our adulthood might look like. Like quickly realizing that making your own toilet paper at home is not an easy task, nor will it do the job. Jokes aside, given what our senior year has turned out to be, we have learned to persevere when things do not go as planned. A lesson we can all carry into the rest of our lives. In saying that, my personal message to you, class, is to not take any moment for granted. Life is so fragile, and it all takes a single moment to change everything you take for granted. Let us appreciate what still remains in each of our lives, always, and use those things to grow into the next chapter. From the bottom of my heart, after this day when we throw our caps in the air and yell, "We did it," until the time we all meet again, I wish you all the happiest of life's adventures. Congratulations, class of 2020. Oh, yep. I don't. Might have to fix this. Oh my gosh. What is going on? Can I just like.
Put it on there that way.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Hello, my name is Richard Guy, the treasurer of the class of 2020. One of the most important aspects to ensure an adequate education is adequate nutrition. However, in recent years, it is becoming increasingly more tedious for students to bring their own food as the microwaves at the school have become increasingly more inadequate. To help address this problem, for the gift of the class of 2020, the class officers have decided to buy 3 new microwaves to be used by the students. Thank you.
Stand on mountains. more than I can be.
The class of 2014 donated the arch in front of the high school. Since then, students entering high school walk through the arch, and then graduating classes exit the building and walk through the arch after receiving their diplomas. This year, students have made that ceremonial walk and enjoyed the moment with loved ones. There's an inscription on the arch that reads, "Per Angusta ad Augusta," which means through difficulty to honors. There may not be a more appropriate saying than this for the class of 2020. There are always difficulties to get through high school and life, but the class of 2020 has had to overcome something not witnessed by anyone in over 100 years. In just the last 3 months, these students first saw Governor DeWine give them a 3-week spring break, only to find out that this meant a start to e-learning. E-learning was only supposed to last 3 weeks. It lasted 10. Important dates the seniors looked forward to came and went. Zoom meetings became the norm. The uncertainty of graduation loomed the last 6 weeks. Students all over America became resilient, strong, and learned that they can conquer anything put in front of them. London High School students are no different. They pushed forward through disappointment. They learned how to manage their time, but most importantly, the class of 2020 fought through the difficulties, and now they have the honor of being called London High School graduates. I congratulate all of you for your hard work, resilience through tough times, and now for being a graduate of London High School. From your homes, will the class of 2020 please rise? Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of 2020.